Businesses, especially small businesses, are struggling in this COVID-19 world to survive. And each business has its own unique reasons, specific for its industry and area as to why they are struggling. These small businesses want to fix their problems, however, cannot afford to pay a business consultant thousands of dollars to come in and tell them what they need to fix. And unfortunately, because each small business is unique, generalized internet advice will not cut it for them. What if you could say goodbye to all the generalized recommendations and use your MYOB accounting data to come up with personalized recommendations specific for your business and your industry, giving you detailed understanding that you need to survive in this COVID-19 world? Well, that's exactly what we're providing at Evolve Consulting with our new product, the MYOB Advantage. MYOB Industry Advantage is a product that can integrate with your MYOB Cloud accounting software. It uses the MYOB client data and artificial intelligence to come up with insights on how the small business can improve itself. However, we'd like to point out that MYOB Industry Advantage does not just use the client data from MYOB. It also uses other small business data from MYOB if they choose to opt in, for example, as part of helping to improve the service. Other public company collating services such as ICON, and other statistical services such as Statistics New Zealand to come up with unique and more accurate insights for small businesses.
Industry Advantage is a cloud-based platform for small businesses to sign up within their industry. For example, in fashion, technology, hospitality, or homeware. They would pay a small subscription which would allow them access to our main tool. Our main tool uses data, public data services such as Econ, Statistics New Zealand Industry Insights, Google Analytics, and businesses' specific financial data in order to generate solutions that are not generalized. An algorithm would analyze the data based on set benchmarks in each area to identify issues, and the AI would create recommendations that align with what your business is currently spending in certain areas and what they can afford to implement overall. These suggestions will help to decrease costs in your business and to bring you more online and adapt into the future.
Free support bubbles. This is to create a sense of community for different small businesses in their own field. As we know, many of them haven't had any experience to overcome a huge crisis. So this platform will be able to create a place for them to reach out to one another. As we know, a group of people's power is bigger than a single person's power. Through this platform, they will be able to connect other small businesses and share their ideas and resources. They could have many meetings through Zoom and Microsoft Teams. They may be able to do some collaborations as well as partnership. Well, also, in order to seek specific business analysis and recommendations, to solely focusing on their own business, they will need to pay for our service through this cloud platform.
Our solution offers businesses a sustainable model, but how do we promote it to our target market? Free live webinars align with MYOB's collaborative culture and are an impactful way to promote the MYOB Industry Analysis Service. It is also a marketing strategy MYOB is familiar with. Thousands of businesses will have access to these webinars who are all potential customers. To to gain awareness for these online events, it is most valuable for B2B marketers to post on digital platforms, LinkedIn and Twitter. These posts must be eye-catching and posted at least 1 month out from the webinar, on a schedule of around 3 times per week, avoiding days and times with low engagement. The structure of these online workshops would be dependent on the specific industry discussed for each webinar. However, they will all follow 2 key objectives: to reach a learning outcome for the attendees and a marketing and sales outcome for MYOB. The educational outcome will consist of providing the current state of the specific industry, the upcoming challenges corporations are likely to face, a set of generalized recommendations moving forward, and finally a FAQ section. A well-executed webinar will reach the first milestone and will result in booming sales for the new service. Providing such value without taking away the IP of the service will build the relationship between MYOB and their potential clients. They will feel valued and gain a greater level of trust for MYOB. Therefore, they are more likely to reciprocate their support if they can financially afford it. They will understand that MYOB want to help businesses overcome these challenges, to survive and to prosper going forwards. Webinars are fantastic ways to showcase MYOB's expertise and their strong past portfolio by including testimonies of past clients. Thinking into potential upcoming testimonies, we recommend MYOB to provide a full service for no cost through a mutually beneficial exchange to a charitable organisation in New Zealand, such as Dress for Success. MYOB can leverage off the CSR which arise through giving back to New Zealand organisations that need support through this challenging time COVID-19 has given us. This will promote great affirmation of outcomes and social alignment for the brand. Such a tool can be used to gain additional trust in a virtuous way. Actions speak louder than words. Anyone can tell you, "We are great," but having an external source come forward to support the statement is a fantastic thing.
The key point here is to recognise that we as analysts with specialist knowledge take certain insights for granted. Using accounting software to gauge how a business is tracking financially, we can suggest to them the right implementations which they can use to adapt their business going forward in a way that is affordable for them.
We've estimated the cost of building MYOB Industry Advantage at approximately $50,000. We understand we have parts of it with MYOB Advisor, but because we're making significant improvements to MYOB Advisor, we still think a figure around $50,000 is reasonable. In terms of marketing, we're looking at approximately $100,000 a year. $100,000 a year should cover the webinars, plus any advertising that we do for said webinars. And in terms of revenue and profit, we've put the figures for revenue at 4.45 million and profit at 1.896 million, approximately 1% of last financial year's figures, and we'll justify why we've done that in the next slide. So why an extra revenue of 4.45 million a year and extra profit of 1.896 million per year? Well, we can justify this for 3 reasons. The first is that business owners will switch from other providers, such as Xero for their accounting services, because they want access to the unique insights that our service, MYOB Industry Advantage, can give. The second is that businesses will stay with MYOB because of the higher quality insights that can be gained from MYOB Industry Advantage. If they choose to, for example, switch from MYOB to another competitor, they will not be able to gain such insights, and this is a loss on their end. And the third reason why MYOB will experience this extra revenue and profit is because the marketing that we do via webinars will attract new businesses to MYOB and new customers, which will increase the revenue for MYOB over the coming years.
Our mission is to support small businesses. We want to provide small businesses and retail industry with specific, easy-to-implement suggestions to improve their operations during the pandemic, based on what is achievable for them financially right now. Our vision is to see small businesses create industry-wide adaptation occurring across multiple markets, where small businesses can support each other and equip themselves with the right knowledge and tools going forward.